unbeaten in Division I, getting all they can handle from Northwestern. That's the fabulous freshman Jared Sullinger, making it happen on both ends of the court. Oh, yeah, the steal, and he fancy, behind the back, and then finishes with the two-hand slam. Buckeyes only up 2 at the break, though. Wildcats playing without leading scorer John Cherner due to a concussion, so being patient on offense. Michael Thompson knocking down the tray right there. Northwestern down by 9. Take another look on the same play. Dallas Lauderdale elbows Davide Carletti, called for the intentional foul. Carletti hits the free throw, a 4-point possession so far. Carletti would miss the second, but still Northwestern's ball. Jershawn Cobb, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Shooting the tray, knocking it down. Northwestern scores 7 points, 1 possession, down 5. Under 4 minutes left. Northwestern running 18 seconds off the clock. This time, Thompson, another tray. Northwestern takes the lead. Under 2 minutes left. Thompson again drives with only 2 seconds on the shot clock. Float on. Thompson with 16 points. Northwestern scores 30 points with 15 seconds or fewer on the shot clock. Under 30 seconds to play, tied at 57. Again, bad pass. David Lighty picks it off. Ensuing Buckeyes possession. Sullinger down low. He's going to get fouled. He would hit 1 or 2 free throws, giving the Buckeyes a 1-point lead. Final chance for Northwestern. What are they going to do with 3.5 seconds left? Drew Crawford behind the back, half court. They practice this a lot, but not this time. Ohio State holds on. 21-8 from Sullinger. Buckeyes 22-0, tying their second best start in school history.
From Big Ten to Big East, number 2 Pitt on the road against Rutgers. Let's jump to the second half. Pitt up 2.
Dougie, please.
After trailing most of the first half, Gary McGee puts the Panthers up 4. Pitt lost to Notre Dame, you might recall, at home on Monday. Rutgers trying to hand them another loss. Robert Lumpkins hits a 3. Scarlet Knights within 2. Then Lumpkins again, another 3 with less than 4 minutes to play. Brings the deficit once again to within 2. Dane Miller. Baseline thunder. He had 9 points, 2 right here over Gilbert Brown. Rutgers again down 2. Panthers made 1 field goal in the last 7 minutes of this game. That's it. Ashton Gibbs, the 3. He had 24. Panthers up 4. Lumpkins again. He had 12 off the bench. Rutgers down 1 with less than 20 to play. After some free throws, Rutgers needs a 3. They don't get a 3. Panthers get a win on the road. 65-62. They're 8-1. Great game between number 5 UConn, number 19 Louisville. Rough first half for Kemba Walker. Let it rain. Rain dance. Walker 4 points, 2 of 8 shooting in the first half. Second half, Peyton Siva. He was the young man that earlier this week gave Louisville a exciting win against West Virginia. Gets 3 the hard way. Louisville down 28-26. Walker, rough shooting in the first half. He'll step into a 3 here. Huskies up 59-57. All right, let's flash back to what I was talking about on Wednesday. Louisville and West Virginia. Peyton Siva. Scoop to the hoop is nice. All part of a game-winning effort against West Virginia. Back to Saturday, 34 seconds left. Siva drive into the hole. Hits the layup. We're tied at 59. He had 19. Walker for the win. No, sir. We go to overtime. 12 seconds left in overtime. It's Siva again. He said afterwards, we don't have superstars in this team, so anyone can take a shot at any time. So that ties it at 69. Walker to Jeremy Lamb. He'll try a 3 for the win. No, that goes to double overtime. Huskies 8 of 30 from deep. Double overtime. Louisville has a 3-point lead. Siva. Strong to the cup. Louisville has a 5-point lead. Shabazz Napier, 20 of his 23 points came after halftime. Huskies down 3. 8.4 left. Chris Smith misses his second free throw. Napier, slow to bring it up. Walker, little step back 3. Had a good track on it, but he cannot get it to go. Check out Siva. He loses a shoe.
Oh, my shoe.
But it did not hurt the Cardinals. 4th road win over the last 15 seasons against a top 5 team. They win by 1, 79-78.
To stay in the Big East, Georgetown turning it around after that 1-4 conference start, going for their 4th straight at number 7 Villanova. Coach John Thompson III showing his support for Coaches versus Cancer. Of course, his wife Monica, a breast cancer survivor. Austin Freeman battles diabetes, but he gave the Cats the sugar on Saturday. Freeman the layup. Then Freeman Tough shot in traffic. Hoyas up by 7. Freeman, of course, the preseason Big East Player of the Year, showing you why. Off glass, Georgetown up by 10. Less than 3 minutes to play, though. Villanova not going away quietly. Malik Waynes lays it in. The lead down to 6 now. And so in Hoya possession, Antonio Pena, the steal, feeds Waynes, who finds Corey Stokes. Stokes outside, stroking it. Nova down just 3. But Hoya's guard, Chris Wright, said, we wanted to concentrate on getting the ball to Austin down the stretch, and that's a good idea. Finds him. Shot clock winding down, and Freeman knocking down the J. Hoya's up by 3. Freeman making it happen. The guard scored 10 of Hoya's final 12 points, assisted on the other bucket. That one right there to Nate Lubick. Take another look. Villanova's Isaiah Artwood leaves the post, leaving Lubick all alone by himself. And he can make things happen. Freeman finishes with 30 points, 6 assists, and 4 boards. Villanova down 3, seconds remaining, still final chance. Pena outside for the tie. Misses. Dominic Cheek gets it. Last chance. Shot is way off, though. Big road win for Hoyas. They win their 4th straight. Novas lost 2 straight in 3 or 4, 69-66.
Number 10, Syracuse visiting Marquette. Orange trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. During this skid, teams have been exploiting Jim Boeheim's 2-3 zone defense. One way to beat the zone, don't let it get set up. Push the ball up tempo. Darius Johnson-Odom on the break. Marquette up 7. He had 12 of the first half. Marquette attacking the middle of the zone defense. Look at all 5 players collapse on Dwight Bites. That leaves Drake Crowder wide open for 3. He had 12 in the first half and 13 more in the second half. That layup gives Marquette a 58-56 lead. But the Orange answer. C.J. Fair. Strong to the cup, ties it at 64. Next trip down, it's Crowder again. He puts Marquette back on top. He had 25. Now, game is tied at 66, under 2 minutes to play. Jimmy Butler, get it, got it, good. The corner 3 puts Marquette up 3. He had 19. Next Syracuse possession, Chris Joseph loses it out of bounds. One of 14 turnovers by the Orange. Marquette ball. Then Johnson, Odom knocks down the 3 from the wing. Their starters score 72 of Marquette's 76 points. They get the win.
San Diego State in the pit on Saturday for Fredette. 40-plus points in 3 of his 4 games. Last 4 games, averaging 38 in that span. Got off to a slow start shooting, but he can do other things. Found Jackson Emery for 3. Later in the half, gets a steal at the 1 end and finds Charles Abuyu, who rocks the rim. BYU ahead by 4. Second half, Jimmer finding the stroke, knocking down the tray outside. BYU up by 13 points, but back come the Lobos. Tough to beat at the pit. Tony Snell, who also had the guard, Jimmer lays it in. New Mexico down 1 after a 12-0 run. Later, Fredette contributes. The J, the I, the M, the E, the R, the J, the I, the M. It's Jimmer. Boy, hotter than fish grease right now. Fredette, 32 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. But back comes New Mexico. Snell. 3 from the ring. Snell, a freshman. Once again, New Mexico up by 8. Next New Mexico possession. Snell, same spot. Lobos have won 3 straight against the Cougars. BYU's 10-game winning streak over.
Number 8, Texas, hosting number 13, Missouri. Longhorns active on the glass early. One of the reasons they jumped out to a 10-zip lead. Jordan Hamilton misses. Tristan Thompson is there for the rebound and the putback. Gary Johnson misses, but there's Hamilton. The rebound and lay-in. 16 points, career high, 13 boards. The lead is 16 when Gary Johnson continues to clean up the glass. Take another look at Johnson, the senior, 15-9. Texas out-rebounded Missouri 22-11 in the first 20 minutes. Doge Balbay doesn't shoot a whole lot. He's much comfortable passing off the ball, especially when he's driving to the hoop, but he gets the layup there. He had 8 points, 42-29 Texas. Texas held the highest scoring Big 12 team to 34% shooting. Corey Joseph gets the and one. He had 13 points. Thompson, 9 and 13. In Texas, they are just beating up teams. Look, after the free throw Johnson misses, look at Hamilton go get it. Rick Barnes said of Hamilton, played the best basketball game he's ever played at Texas. Longhorns roll 71-58.
Texas ended Kansas' 69-game home win streak last week. Kansas hasn't lost back-to-back at Phog in 22 years. That's Kansas forward Thomas Robinson playing just 2 days after his mother's funeral. And Robinson, after a slow start, inspired. Robinson lost his mom, his grandmother, and his grandfather all in the last 3 weeks. And Robinson doing big things. He finished with 17 points, 9 rebounds off the bench. Kansas wins it, going away 90-66. Aaron Andrews caught up with him after the game.
21 years visiting Nebraska. Second half, the Cornhuskers very good defensively and offensively. Lance Jeter, Brandon Richardson, Ashante Jones will then hit a 3. They held Texas A&M to 24% from the field in the second half. They are 14-0 at home. They upset the Aggies 57-48.
Penn State has had some success against ranked teams this season. Number 15, Wisconsin, the latest victim after being down 9 at the half. The Nittany Lions battle back. Taylor Battle. That's his spot. Penn State within 2. Later tied at 35 right here on the inbounds battle. Another huge 3 and Penn State on a 10-0 run. They lead by 3. Battle Cat with 22 points. Little over 2 minutes left. Wisconsin down 6. Jordan Taylor, the bucket. Missed the free throw. Wisconsin within 4. Badgers got 34 from Taylor and John Lure, but just 18 from the rest of the team. Andrew Jones, the easy 2, snaps a 12-game slide against the Badgers. It's their 3rd win over a ranked team this season, does Penn State. 56-game conference winning streak in 33 years. Matt Painter and the boys had other ideas first half. It's Jawan Johnson. Shoot the J. Shoot it. Purdue up by 3. Johnson putting in the work. Jawan Johnson, they call him JJ. Put that in reverse and still JJ. The Boilermakers lead it 46-34. Later in the second, Johnson, a long J. Johnson, 24 points, 7 rebounds. Purdue takes it, ending Minnesota's 4-game winning streak.
On third-ranked Duke, 20 straight non-conference wins, but a visit to unranked St. John's proved even the Dukies are not immune. First half, Paris Horn, Sean Evans. St. John's up 10. Then Justin Brownlee. Cute little pass here underneath to Dwight Hardy. 2 of his 26. Johnny's up 16. Duke's guys could not throw it in the ocean from long range. Duke, which shoots 40% from beyond the arc for the season, missed its first 10 three-point field goal attempts, hit only 1 of 13 in the first half, and shot just 5 of 26 on threes for the game. They just couldn't find it. In fact, they missed 21 of their first 22 three-point attempts. Kyle Singler and Nolan Smith both struggled in that first half, although Smith finished with 32. Singler had 20. But the Blue Devils down 46-25 at halftime. 46, most points given up by Duke in the first half this year. Second half, here's Justin Brownlee. Oh, gorgeous. He had 20. Johnny's up 23. They shot 58%. Under 2 minutes left. Paris Horn. Red Storm win big. A huge win for St. John's, which had lost 3 straight and 5 of 6. They blow out Duke 93-78.
Washington against Washington State. Again, Huskies ranked. That's been a bad thing this week. A lot of people getting knocked down. Cougs here. Reggie Moore in transition. Give and go with Faisal Aiden. Moore ends up with it. Huge alley-oop. Washington State up 55-44. Then Klay Thompson, long range. He had 25. Bert, I feel a shopping spree coming on, buddy.
Oh, they are overjoyed.
2 minutes left. Washington State up 6. Aiden again for 3. 87-81. Cougs. Huskies fall into a tie for first.
Manhattan and Marist in Poughkeepsie. Here is Kevin Lowe, the first one-handed player to earn a D1 basketball scholarship. Early first half, he plays for Manhattan. Grabs the rebound with the arm. Nice job. Later in the half, trying to block the shot inside. He gets hit with a foul here. Lowe, 1 rebound, 1 block, 2 minutes. Nice job. 2 seconds left. Manhattan down 2. Michael Alvarado for 3. Beyond half court, the buzzer beater is the walk-off winner. Michael Alvarado. The Jaspers improved to 4-18. They are 1-point winners over the Red Foxes.
Points per game while starting 6-0 in the Big 12. They've had some problems at Texas A&M, though. Take an inside look at their losing streak at Reed Arena. Average margin of victory, 13.3 points in 6 straight road losses for Texas. 7 current NBA players failed to win a game while they're at Texas, including Kevin Durant and LaMarcus Aldridge. Texas 36-24 in other road games over that span. So Jordan Hamilton and company trying to get the job done on the road at Texas A&M. Hamilton, that'll work. Texas up 8 in the first half. Later in the first half, Jacobin Brown with the steal. I mean, Texas plays defense. They make you want to take your ball and go home, the way they play defense. And then They shot nearly 53% from the field in the first half. They're almost impossible to beat if they're going to do that the way they guard you. So let's go second half now. Nathan Walkup does not walk up. He runs up, and he gets blocked by Tristan Thompson. Doge Balbay picks up the loose ball, takes it coast to coast for the layup at the other end. And then Brown to Hamilton for the big finish. Hamilton with 20 points. Texas wins a 69-49. First season sweep of the Aggies. Team Louisville taking on number 14, Georgetown. Hoyas hoping to extend their win streak to 5 games. Louisville coming off that win over UConn. Louisville turns it over in transition. Just gets smothered by the Georgetown defense. They scored just 18 points on 7 for 27 shooting in the first half, and they had 10 turnovers. Hard to beat anybody like that. Second half, Louisville down 11, they start to get it going. Peyton Siva, he's going to shoot that? Yeah, and he's going to make that. Later, Louisville presses. You know, Pitino loves the press. They come up with the loose ball. Kyle Currick with a finish. Later, second half, you know, Rick Pitino loves the 3. Mike Mara, Louisville on a 22-10 run over 5:38 in the second half. They take a 1-point lead. 3 minutes to play now. Georgetown down 2. Chris Wright didn't score Saturday against Villanova. Had 24 in this one. Ties it at 55. Just over 2 minutes to play. Hollis Thompson. Georgetown shot 76% in the second half. Georgetown up 3. 4.4 to play now. Louisville down 3. Siva going to try to do it himself, but it didn't work out. Siva just 1 for 5, 8 turnovers. Georgetown wins 62-59. Siva said, you have these nights,